I've tried dropshipping a few times in the past and failed every single time. But in my last video, I finally managed to make a sale and hit break even for the first time ever. So I'm giving it another go and will not stop until I see some profits. So for this, there are two schools of thought. One says focus on items with a wow factor, something that will be really easy to market. Another says focus on items that can solve problems. Ideally, it should have both. But I was scrolling through TikTok to get product ideas, and all the videos gaining lots of views didn't solve any problems. They just have a lot of wow factor. There's one of a plastic monkey, a Tesla coil music box thing, and I don't even know what this is, but somehow it's popular. Now, I know views don't necessarily translate to sales, but what this tells me is to have any chance of going viral on TikTok, I need something that catches the eye. Just solving a problem on its own will not be enough. For a while, I was undecided on the product. I always hear go with one you already see doing well because it's proven itself, but all the ones I was seeing were either really saturated or something I'd never see anyone actually buying. But then again, like, what do I know? But I kept searching and found something really cool. It's a floating cloud that changes colors to the beat of the music you're playing in your room. I really like this. I've seen enough TikToks to know this would do really well, but there was a small problem. It was selling for over $2,000, so that changes things. But I like the idea of floating stuff, so I kept with it and found this floating plant pot. It doesn't really solve a problem, but it definitely has wow factor, and people buy plants for room decorations all the time, so I think the demand will be there for it regardless. So I ordered it right away. It is. I think it looks pretty cool. I had to buy the plant separately, so the product cost with the extra fast shipping I got on it and the plant came out to around $100 altogether. So that's what I need to make if I want to break even. But the product cost itself with regular shipping is about $67.25, which is not the best. It's kind of high and doesn't leave me that much room for a markup. But the plan is to sell it for $89, so a $22 profit margin, which is pretty good, you know, if I actually get any sales. The last website I made for my Shopify store was not good. It's no wonder that I didn't get any sales. I don't know how I didn't see it back then, to be honest. But this time, I did some research on what makes a high converting store and followed a few YouTube tutorials. The thing about me making a store is it takes me forever. I always see people online doing it in a few hours and have no idea how. It takes me a whole day and I'm really trying.
How would you say your mental focus is?
I haven't, look.
I had to contact Shopify support like 5 times for the most basic things. Pretty sure they got tired of me. But I finally got something and I'm not gonna lie, I'm proud of it. I think it looks pretty good. I designed it to appeal more to women since they're the target market here realistically. It has GIFs to keep people's attention, it's not overloaded with information, and there's reviews for social proof. If I end up getting no sales this time, at least I'll know the website is not to blame, I think. Okay, so this is the most important part because
if you can communicate this product, you can make money off the product.
But it's also the toughest part for me. I want to avoid spending any more money, so I'll try the TikTok organic method first. Meaning I just keep posting a bunch of TikTok videos until one gains traction in the algorithm and hopefully drive sales to my store. From what I've seen, there are basically 3 types of content I can make. The first one is controversial style content to hopefully evoke an emotional response. This could be anything from saying my wife's boyfriend got me this to intentionally putting something wrong on purpose. Like instead of saying she screamed with joy when she saw it, I could say she creamed with joy when she saw it. That's something I haven't said in a long time. But basically any silly thing that ends up making people laugh. The pros here are that this type of content has a much greater possibility of going viral. The cons are that I think it mostly appeals to kids, and kids don't have that kind of money. Also, it may lose brand credibility in the eyes of adults because they could just end up not taking us seriously. The second kind is an honest, straightforward advertisement. The pros here are that it establishes a strong, more credible brand identity. Like, hey, this is my product, here it is in action, I'm here to sell you something. The cons though are that it's much harder to go viral with this type of content. And the third kind is unboxing therapy type of videos where you take something out of its packaging, set it up, and show what it does. Personally, this is my favorite type of content because it still has some brand identity and still has the potential to go viral. People get curious and want to see what you're taking out of the box unbox and setting up, so I've seen a lot of popular videos of this kind. The plan was to post 3 TikToks a day, 1 in each category, so that's what I did. This isn't as easy as it sounds though, because I still had to worry about things like lighting and angles, and some editing was involved, but 3 a day was definitely possible. When actually posting the videos, I realized something. Okay, this is really interesting. When using hashtags like TikTok made me buy it or TikTok finds, which is what most dropshippers do, the engagement on the post is pretty low. The views come quick, but they die off quick too. But when using hashtags like interior design or interior decor, the engagement for the same amount of views is way higher. And the people liking and commenting are usually women in their 30s, which is the perfect demographic for this type of product. So I stuck with those hashtags going forward and also added a new one on every post just to experiment. The videos got views in the high to mid hundreds, which is not the best, but they got favorited a few times, and I even got a comment saying where and how much please, which is a really good sign. But then I realized something. I have a dog, and the internet loves dogs, so I got a great idea.
What does cute dogga? Think of the air garden. Let's find out. What is this thing? It's pointy. I smelled it.
I really liked how that turned out, so I posted it, but there was a problem. The video got stuck at 0 views for hours, and at first I didn't understand why, but after researching a bit, I found a possible theory for this. Business accounts on TikTok, which is what I have, don't have access to many text-to-speech voices. You know, like
this voice right here.
Since I really needed access to those voice options, I made another personal TikTok account, posted the video there with the right text-to-speech voice, then downloaded that video on my phone, and then posted that back to my branded account. But since it was the same exact video on 2 different accounts, TikTok may have seen that as possible spammy content, so that could explain it. I waited for a day anyways, just to see what would happen, and the video ended up getting 4 views. I'm pretty sure those were all my views too, by the way. So I just deleted it altogether and remade it the next day using some different clips, so it's not an exact duplicate of anything. And after posting it, still the exact same problem. For some reason, TikTok really doesn't like me posting my dog, which is such a bummer because I really think this video idea had a lot of potential. I posted 2 new TikToks today. One was the same concept with my dog, but it was completely new, no repeated clips. It ended up going through, but the views were coming in really abnormally slow and the engagement wasn't that good. It's at 217 views right now and I still have some hope, but
it's not looking good, bruv.
The second TikTok I posted is of this hot trend going on right now where this actor snaps his fingers, and that's stuck at 0 views too. So what I think this means is that TikTok thinks I'm suspicious, so they shadow ban me. And from what I've read, all the content I post going forward is either going to be suppressed or just not go through at all.
Sensational.
Alright, I've come to a decision. I'm gonna end up using TikTok ads. I don't have much of a choice at this point. I think the product has potential, but this will let me know for sure. I made 3 different ad creatives from a mix of clips I had already filmed before and new ones that I filmed specifically just for these ads. From what I've seen, they need to have 3 things: blend in with regular TikToks, be fast-paced, and capture people's attention. A mistake that I made last time was filming everything on my higher-end camera that I used to film YouTube videos, and that backfired on me because the quality was too good. People want that TikTok organic feel, and that took it away. So this time I filmed everything on my phone and made sure to look at lots of product videos that had gone viral before so I can get the feel of my videos to be as close as possible to those. Now, when it comes to TikTok ads,
I have no knowledge of any of this.
So I watched a few tutorials. Everyone's method was slightly different, but what I ended up doing was running 2 separate campaigns. One with interest targeting, where it would send the ads to people who are actually into home decor, and a really broad one where it would just target people in the United States and Canada. I set the budget to $25 each, so $50 in total. Okay, it's all set up. It should start at 6 a.m. the next day. Let's send it through.
Husband, you keep spending money on drop shipping videos, we are homeless. What the fuck?
The interest targeted campaign brought in 26 clicks with $25 spent. 20 of those were repeat viewers to the store, but no sales unfortunately. What this tells me is that they wanted the item, but the price probably drove them away. But the broad campaign was actually way worse. 0 clicks. I just ended up turning that one off. This one didn't pan out like expected, but we'll get them next time.